am live. Good morning. I'm Kathy Novicki, and I am author of a book, published book, and I am also the co-founder of Champions Over Cancer with my husband Jay. And I'm here today because I want to give you the background to what brought us to develop and make Champions Over Cancer, make it the platform. And that is an ongoing process, but it had to start somewhere, and so this is what led me there. I was diagnosed with cancer, and in 2010 I found the lump myself. My path to diagnosis and chemotherapy and surgery and radiation was really nothing different than what any other breast cancer individual would experience. I had second opinions. I had meetings with medical oncologists, surgical oncologists, laid out the program of what I needed beforehand, and went through it. I had surgery in June. I started chemotherapy in July, went through Thanksgiving time, and then I spent the month of December getting radiation, and along with the various complications that go with it. I lost my hair. I had anemia, dehydration. I had to go on medication for rapid heartbeat, and that was just unfortunately part of the process. We're sitting at a beautiful private park, and we're right next to a golf course, and so I said to my husband Jay this morning, oh, well, I'll probably be on this video and and talking, and I'll get hit by a golf ball and boom, that'll be it. But let's hope that doesn't happen. So anyway, so during that whole time is considered your acute phase of treatment. And I definitely agree that during that time frame, you are a survivor. You are just functioning through a hardship, because that whole 11 months definitely was a hardship. I did not ask for cancer. I was not paid for 11 months. I lost my job. We subsequently lost our home and had to move. So not only did it impact my life, but it impacts your whole family and all of your loved ones also. And it takes them a while to realize that, because they just see you going through what you're going through. And in my case, I am a mother of two, and I'm a registered nurse. So for me, I really, it's not part of my normal vocabulary. I take care of patients. They are my focus at work. I take care of my children and my family. Well, they're grown now, but you come further back in the priority list as a mother, and definitely as a nurse. And here comes that golf ball. But so when you have to start focusing on it's you have to do it because you have to fight. But people, especially our children, were younger, and they noticed it. Why is mom being so selfish? And that really it's a case that just has to be, because you have to focus on yourself, and so that, in that respect, it. Kathy Willinger, thank you. Good morning. Are you at work? So in that case, you have to, you have to try to explain, and that's where, that's really part of where Champions Over Cancer begun. That little seed of, that seed that just kind of stuck in the back of my mind. When you're going through, the acute phase, there's a very, very there's a very good program in place to treat you, to take care of you when you're having all that stuff done. And that's Cass is awake. That's my daughter. Guess I woke her up. Morning. So when you're in that acute phase, you're in this cocoon. They're taking care of you when you have surgery, when you're having chemo, when you're having radiation. But once you finish that and you ring that bell and you are done with acute therapy, you leave, and that cocoon suddenly is no longer surrounding you. And it's a very lonely place to be. If you have questions, oh yeah, they say, call us, come and see us. We'll try to help you. But you are not their priority anymore. And I understand that as a healthcare professional. I do. But it took me that experience to realize how much that cancer affects everyone in your body. As I said, it took a long time to convince my family, but it takes them a different set of circumstances to realize it. So as I went on in my cancer-free state, it's been 6 years now, and we've experienced many things, like I said, the loss of our home, my lack of pay. We had to move. I mean, those are things that the medical community doesn't really ask you about. They don't really, they come in and, your labs are done. They come in, they do a physical exam, and they say, how's it going? And, they check you all out and everything's good. So I'll see you another 3 months, or another 6 months is where I am now. But the legal issues, your employment issues, your housing, those are all things that are critical to individuals, to families, and another golf ball. There's very little out there that I could find to give you guidance or to give you support. And so this thought began to form in my mind about having a place, having a website where it was a place that you could go, and even as in your acute treatment, if you chose to, where you could go, where your spouse could go, where your family, your friends, to help find answers, find support in one place. So it's as if it will be a portal. So if you know what you need, you can come there and find support for employment issues, or I'll give you this one example. Now, my husband is sitting next to me, and he's probably going to fall off the chair, so just hold on. This is something that, not a lot of people talk about, but when you have breast cancer, your self-image, your self-esteem, everything gets hit. And one of the things that is challenging is intimacy. And they don't talk about that he's still sitting on the bench, so that's pretty good. they don't ask about that when you go in for your follow-up checks. So, and they are kind of expecting your primary care physicians to pick up the slack. Well, I work with a lot of primary care physicians, and I can say that if I went into some of them and said, gee, my husband and I, we're having some intimacy issues after, my mastectomy. I think, well, they're really good about maintaining, professionalism, but sometimes they can get hit out of the blue, and I think they'd be apoplectic, actually, some of them, and then once, you kind of revive them, they wouldn't know what to do, what to tell you. And it's things like that need to be out there and talked about, educated, and there needs to be a place where people can find all of this information in one place, not going to different websites and getting 1-800 numbers to call. This cancer-free population is growing exponentially, and that's not just me. It's a new population, and so something or some person has to start the ball rolling and get have standards in place, have people in place that you can I don't want to say hook people up. You can find a fit for what they need. And then I envision going forward, even if you don't know what you need, having some sort of methodology to find out what you need. And I believe this is really a grassroots, it's a grassroots movement, because the medical societies, the surgical societies, all state that survivorship is part of your cancer treatment. But I can tell you that it's not. It's just, okay, here's your treatment summary, come back in 3 months. So, and that, I mean, no disrespect to any specific cancer organization. What I've experienced has been wonderful in regards to a place and time in my life that was horrible, and this is a need that needs to be filled, and I want to do it. I want to start it, at least, and because I don't want to feel isolated anymore. And I'm a survivor. I rang that bell, and I am a champion now, champion over cancer, and I want to live my life to the fullest. And having the services, having the support, and the connections to do that is what you need to really get your life back to where you feel your new normal is. Because I still don't know what my new normal is, and maybe I never will. But I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied enough now with what I have to say that this is it. So I probably forgot a million things that I wanted to talk to you about, but I'm not going to ramble on. This is enough rambling, and my husband's hands are getting tired. So I'm going to sign off and say, if you want more information on a book, that you can reach out to me on our website, our Facebook page, and on our website, Champions Over Cancer, and I will continue to do these and maybe remember more of what I'm supposed to talk about, since chemo brain is truly it is an issue, and I'll leave you on that. So I say have a great day, have a wonderful morning, and peace.